good, family? It's your boy Varsity, and we back with another video. And you already know we got bro with us today.
You feel me?
And yeah, if you know, you know. If you're new, this is what you need to do. Tune in, like, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend, tell their auntie, tell their cousin. Tune in. We in here reacting to videos non-stop. And today we going home, baby. Shout out to Meek. Still my brother. Still love you, bro. I don't care. It's all allegations. We're going to set the tone early. All allegations. Ain't nothing been proven in court. I ain't seen no video. I've heard some stuff on Twitter, but we ain't even talking about that. But we got Trap Loreross. You know Trap Loreross, he a little iffy. He not a big Meek fan, so I'm expecting this video to really go into some details that we probably don't even want to talk about. But hey, we're going to get into it. Y'all tell us what y'all think. We gotta...
You know, I'm going to just be real with y'all. He going to sugarcoat it. I'm an impartial party. We going to get into their slippery relationship that they might have had. Or might have had it. I'm just saying. Trap going to tell us. But y'all know, it's Trey from the D, 313, back with y'all again. Let bro know if y'all need to get me out here more often. That's all I'm saying, but I'm going to give y'all the real.
I mean, after this video, we might not need him back on here, family. I'm just saying that now. But we gonna get into it. Let's go.
The odds. He had served multiple prison bids and still managed to release hit records that dominated the charts. But then that embarrassing L from Drake came, followed by his label drama with Maybach Music Group. And by 2024, what was once a meteoric rise had turned into a struggle to stay relevant. But just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse for Meek, the Diddy scandal erupted.
Singer Cassie has accused hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs of and a decade of physical abuse. The two were romantically involved for years, but in a lawsuit made public today, Cassie says there was a pattern of control, drug use, and encounters.
Multiple lawsuits crashed down on the diddler, alleging everything from trafficking to domestic violence and sexual assault. And in the midst of this legal firestorm, Rodney Jones, Diddy's former producer, who spent over a year in the music mogul's inner circle, would drop perhaps the most explosive lawsuit of all. The 73-page bombshell that turned the world of hip-hop upside down, with a damning footnote suggesting that P. Diddy actually had a relationship with the Philadelphia rapper. Hold up, wait a minute.
Allegations. You see what that nigga Lil Rodney look like? Would y'all believe him? I wouldn't believe him. I'm not gonna believe him.
Y'all thought Diddy was finished? The breadcrumbs were laid out, and internet detectives wasted no time connecting them directly to Meek's doorstep. As these allegations against Diddy's multiplied like a bump on the corner of his lip, the public began scrutinizing the true nature of Meek and Diddy's relationship with fresh eyes. And as social media sleuths dug deeper, it became clear that the clues had been hiding in plain sight all along.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. This real sus. I don't care. Ain't no covering that up. That is the weirdest thing. That's ain't no man ever called me daddy.
That's a flag on the play. That's a fact.
In the pool, he in the water. That man calling him daddy. Ain't no covering that up, me.
He didn't hear him say it. That's what it was. He didn't hear him say it. It was the music in the background. He couldn't hear it. He was recording on his phone. So listen.
Daddy is crazy, man.
That is crazy.
That man got his shirt off. He thinking about doing all type of things with him. Baby oil and all. You already wet, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Listen.
So today, we're taking a closer look into the bizarre and sus relationship between Meek Mill and Diddy to determine if they were truly just industry friends and mentor-mentee as they claimed, or perhaps if something more intimate was happening behind closed doors, and sometimes, seemingly, even...
Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper 5 that's redacted. He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Yo, Meek, we were playing around with that Michael Rubin shit. If you don't get a Twitter rant saying you about to get Lil Rod killed, you about to shoot up his block, blow his mama's house up. This is saying that you and Diddy were fornicating. What the me? Like, I can't even imagine such debauchery and such happening to a gangster rapper like me.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. proud of you. I love you.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy party. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no.
Okay. Because I do.
Top.
Now, she can't come out and say that because if she was with Meek for a good like 2-3 years.
I mean, yeah, she can't be doing that.
You can't.
But I mean, she not credible anyway because her husband.
Yeah, so he got his little.
He got a little thing going on.
Yeah, so we ain't paying. She a little thrown off the rocker anyway.
You see, Sean Diddy the Diddler Combs has long positioned himself as hip-hop's ultimate gatekeeper, the kingpin who could make or break careers with a single cosign. So for young artists, getting Diddy's attention was a golden ticket to exclusive circles, tight circles, industry connections, and the kind of mentorship that no streaming revenue could buy. And for a street rapper like Meek Mill, fresh out of prison on weapons and drug charges, Diddy may have represented a bridge between the block and the boardroom. He was looking for someone to come on board and have his back, but not in the prison sense. The timing of their connection couldn't have been more perfect for Meek. For one, he was still relatively unknown outside of Philadelphia's underground scene, having spent years grinding through mixtapes and dealing with legal troubles that could have ended his career before it truly began. His 2008 arrest on drug and gun charges had resulted in a probation sentence that would haunt him for nearly a decade, making industry connections even more crucial for legitimizing his transition from the streets to mainstream success. The two most likely crossed paths after Meek inked his deal with Rick Ross's Maybach music group in 2011. Since Diddy and Rose had been running in the same circles, this connection put Meek within the splash distance of hip-hop's billion-dollar boss. What made this relationship particularly significant was the cultural cachet that it represented.
Did anybody catch how in them two pictures Diddy hairline was different? Or it was just me?
We know it was different.
I'm just saying, because the other one, it looked like it was a little different. This one,
now he all great.
But I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about his hairline. This picture, it looked good. The other one, his snuck started doing a little band thing. Man, I'm just saying, man.
That trip to Russia.
Hey, Trap, you doing a hell of a job with these clips. I love the mashing up. You doing a hell of a job.
We just need you to stop taking so many jabs. But I understand. But man.
Oh, and side note, this don't really represent. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead, start the video.
The views that come out of Trade Mouth are just trees. This is not representation of the Varsity family. These are just tree stalks.
You gonna sell me out like that?
Presented. Diddy wasn't just a successful businessman, he was a symbol of black excellence in an industry that had historically exploited its artists. So for Meek, who had watched young men in the hood like himself fall victim to the streets,
Yo, the pictures that he finding is crazy. Like these Jones they didn't age well at all.
No, he making him look like a demon, bro.
Like
narrowly escaped that fate himself. Aligning with Diddy represented the ultimate validation that he had truly made it out of the trenches. And as Meek's stock rose with Maybach Music Group, Diddy's interest in the rising star began to grow, an interest that got thicker and hardened as time went on. Likewise, Meek, still with the streets in his blood, but the boardroom in his sights, likely began looking at Diddy with puppy eyes like the OG who could teach him how to turn street fame into generational wealth. And they would soon start popping up together at industry events like the Live Beach Party in 2013 and the Time Warner Cable Studio After Party in February 2014. These early public appearances established a pattern that would define their relationship for years.
They were just at the same club together. He just so happened to bump into each other. And then just so happened to be a photographer there. What's wrong with that?
All I'm going to say is, when you really think about it, what type of dreams was Meek chasing? You feel me? That's what I want to know. If all of this is true, I just want to know what type of dreams he was chasing. Just putting that out there.
It might have been more nightmares than dreams, but we know. I'm just saying.
Years to come. Unlike typical industry networking, where artists might take a quick photo and move on, Meek and Diddy seem to genuinely enjoy each other's company. Then in 2015, Meek would level up big time, landing one of the biggest female rap and pop stars ever, Nicki Minaj, as both his collaborator and his girlfriend. The same year that power couple started dating, that's Meek and Nicki, he would also release his sophomore album, Dreams Worth More Than Money, which would land him his first #1 album, as well as winning top rap album at the 2016 Billboard Music Awards. During this period, Meek continued to build his relationship with Diddy professionally, maintaining his industry connections while his career was on the rise, getting harder by the day. And while Meek and Nicki were building an image of one of music's favorite power couples, Diddy kept himself in their orbit like a proud husband sitting in the hotel cup chair and co-signing their movements like a proud uncle at graduation. Meek and Diddy also had hit the studio together for the track Cold Hearted off Meek's new chart-topping album, putting their mentor-mentee relationship on wax for the whole world to hear, with Meek shouting out Diddy together with the other big dogs of the rap game, Jay-Z and Baby aka Birdman. But then, in January 2017, Meek and Nicki would officially call it quits, causing one of the first major L's for the Philly rapper in the public eye. However, on the rebound, Meek's connection with Diddy only...
That really
that wasn't an L.
That wasn't a real...
That wasn't an
L. That wasn't an L.
Because, I mean, we knew what it was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an L.
I congratulated Meek for doing that.
It was a W.
He really got one up. That was a dub. And he left her alone. She probably a little weird anyway. Shout out to the fans out there, Nicki. I'm just saying. She was probably a little crazy.
A little thrown off a little bit. You know, all the crayons are in the box. But,
definitely
you know,
not.
to each his own. To each his own. Whatever you into. Hey. But that was a W for me because we was like, that was when Nicki was like the biggest at the time.
Yeah.
So, like, he a South Philly nigga. Like, a regular nigga. But, I mean, he a nigga with money. But, me.
I get what you're saying. Like, that's a W for anybody, man.
He got stronger and harder, like he traded one powerful relationship for another. Diddy was helping Meek get over his heartbreak, and the two were popping up everywhere together, popping bottles in VIP, hanging out in pools, and popping out at events. To the public eye, they were just two hustlers who had beaten the odds, one from the crack era and one from the trap era, both supporting each other.
I'm with Diddy on another level. It's your birthday.
But what the public didn't fully understand at the time was how unusual this level of closeness was in the hip-hop and street cultures. While mentorship relationships are common, the industry typically maintains certain boundaries between established moguls and rising artists, and the fact that Diddy and Meek were spending so much personal time together and appearing at each other's private events so often suggested a bond that...
My man was out there moving some extra shit for Diddy. Not the baby oil, but some other stuff.
Nah, he probably was out there, you know, giving extras, serving dick to Diddy, man. Just saying, that's what it sounded like. He was trying to get over me. He was trying to get over Nicki. Bro pulled up. He thought, you know, when your homie, you break up with your girl, and you know your homie be like, yeah, we about to go out, get everything moving. But in the back, he was really plotting on trying to get bro. That's what it sounded like. I don't know if Meek was a willing participant. He knew what was going on. I give him the benefit of the doubt right now. Because I don't know.
I'm looking at it from the street side. He was moving some other weight for him. It was Diddy. He was already in New York. Could have got
a better plug,
New
man.
York and Philly is right there. So y'all,
man, Diddy ain't no big drug dealer.
That's what you think. But he don't gotta be when you got a nigga
and y'all seen earlier in the video, they talk about the crack era like Diddy was out there selling crack. Diddy wasn't out there selling crack, and his daddy is snitch.
There might have been some other crack, but we don't know. We don't know what Diddy was getting into, but it might have been something else. It might have been a different type of crack. We don't know.
Transcended typical business relationships. On paper, it was the perfect alliance. However, in April 2019, we would see the first piece of evidence that their bond might have been something that the streets was not ready to hear about. At Coachella that year, Meek and Diddy rolled up looking like they shared.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Same matching. What is that?
Them matching fits, bro.
Yeah.
Them matching. Have you ever told me you want to match with me?
I ain't matching with nobody.
I don't want to match with you either.
I ain't matching with nobody.
I'm just saying.
But the pose though, it's the pose like Meek leaning in like he the bitch.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. And then I got no disrespect to the people. You know, I don't know what you call them. I ain't gonna say that, but they got a little bro in between them.
In between them.
Like, it's a sandwich. They doing some weird stuff out there. It's an ice cream sandwich, bro.
a stylist with matching fits and all, a move that seemed harmless at the time but would later be labelled Exhibit A in the zesty courts of public opinion. The picture of their matching outfits quickly made its way online and started circulating across social media. At the time, it sparked some jokes, a few side-eyes, but nothing career-threatening. Just two rich dudes with the same stylist who couldn't keep their hands off each other, right? But the thing is, this wasn't just a one-off situation, and a month later, in May 2019, footage emerged from what seemed like a casual hangout at one of Diddy's properties. The video showed Meek taking a little dip in Diddy's pool, and the clip itself seemed innocent enough until Diddy spoke.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Diddy's word choice for Meek struck many viewers as unusual for a standard mentor-mentee relationship, or for a standard male friendship for that matter. But just like the matching fits in the photo, this footage made the rounds in the blogs, raising some eyebrows and causing relentless clowning. But it eventually disappeared into that internet graveyard where most celebrity content goes to die.
He
But what
did
no
look
one knew at the time.
I mean,
he did look a little bit uncomfortable.
You at this man's house, in his pool, and you hear him say that shit. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna react. We at your house right now. You call me daddy.
Nah, I'm saying, but this is Diddy. You in $1 million house. The nigga probably flew you out on his jet. I'm not saying it's okay.
What?
Not at all. But are you gonna get up and try to fight Diddy right then and there?
I'm gonna be like, bro, stop recording me. What did you do? It would have been different if it wouldn't have been no different if you.
I say,
but the man, I would have been like, bro, stop recording me, bro. You on some weird shit. Calling me daddy. Don't call me daddy. Man, that's weird.
I just can't take it serious.
Nah, man, that ain't right.
Because it's like, in that situation, it's like you can react like a nigga, but then it's like, this is Diddy.
So you telling the world right now that if you was in Diddy pool and he said that to you, would act the same way?
No.
All right, so what you saying in here?
I probably got up and left. That's probably the easiest solution.
I would cover my face like,
get
hey.
up and leave. Like, yeah, I'm good, bro. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.
Man, after they got done matching fits, yeah, this is wild, man. You got to answer for this.
But these seemingly innocent interactions would later come out in a much darker light. By the time the 2020s rolled around, Diddy was sitting on his throne, dripping dough and baby oil, playing the kingmaker in the rap industry. The bad boy mogul's parties were as legendary as ever, and if you got that invite, you truly...
I don't know if y'all seen that on the internet that they said Diddy had a humidifier or a little briefcase for his baby oil. Real talk. It's a picture of that junk. That is crazy. They really... Yeah, they said he got a little case and he had the baby oil. I'll show you after.
To keep it hot?
I don't know, man. I don't know what he was doing. I guess he liked his baby oil at the right temperature. I don't know what y'all be doing with all that. I ain't into all that freaky, deaky, all that. But if you need it at the right temperature, I don't know. Check, y'all let us know why you would need it at the right temperature.
I ain't never heard this shit, y'all. So
I'll show you after. I'll show you. It's crazy.
But if a nigga need, like, he need his baby oil at 86 degrees at all times of the day. Once again, Diddy, we know he freaked out. But what I've learned, I'm going to say this. What I've learned, we thought he was freaked out back then. And there's some crazy motherfuckers in the world. But he just showed you, like, it's levels to this freak shit. And he's mastered all the classes. Like, he's top notch. He like the last judge you see, like, that's him.
The final boss?
Yep.
I thought R. Kelly shit was bad. This shit right here.
This nigga here is different. Woo. Different. Now, I will say, the nigga clearly do great parties. So, he should, if this rapping shit don't work out, he should be a party planner. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there, maybe. Just throwing.
Man, I thought that was already his second job. I don't know.
Made it to the top, and there was a lot of top. But while the mainstream media was busy gassing up Diddy's billion-dollar empire, platforms made up of the most dedicated internet sleuths like Lipstick Alley and Reddit were operating as a rumor mill, pumping out gossip that wouldn't see the light of day.
Not he about as straight as Elton John is crazy.
That man fruity.
On Billboard until years later. These digital underground networks had been tracking patterns in celebrity behavior long before mainstream media had caught on. Users would compile photo evidence, analyze social media interactions, and connect the dots that traditional journalism either missed or chose to ignore. The speculation about Diddy's sexuality had been circulating in these spaces for years, with users pointing to everything from his party guest lists to his business relationships as potential evidence. Folks on these platforms would try to connect the dots and cook up theories about Meek and Diddy's suspect relationship. The speculation ranged from subtle hints about their sexuality to theories that Meek and Diddy were genuinely lovers.
Meek, man, this is your fault. This is your fault. Why are you taking pictures like you a bad bitch or something, bro? You taking pictures like you a bad bitch or something?
Oh, catch it from the side.
Like, what is you doing? You supposed to be a gangster, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't gangster, G. That is not gangster.
Meek, why would you? My thing is, why would you post this?
And what type of chair is this? This shit ain't got no back on it. This shit ain't got no back on it.
At the principal's office?
Like, what type of chair? Where did you get this shit from? This ain't even the dressing room, man. That is weird, bro. Everything about this weird.
That might be the waiting room for Diddy's office.
Oh, shit.
Crazy.
Blown relationship. But it wasn't just anonymous keyboard warriors running up the rumor mill. In 2022, Nicki Minaj, who had spent 3 years booed up with Meek Mill from 2015 to 2017 before sending him packing, hopped on Instagram Live with Soulja Boy, suggesting that she knew rappers in the industry were...
We're going to say this now. We don't believe anything Soulja Boy says since he told me he was in there with his gun. Fa, fa, and our niggas came kicking in the door. I was like, fa, 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 fa. We don't believe you. Crank that your ass back to wherever you came from.
Hiding their true sexualities.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
Now, at the time, nobody knew who she was talking about, but later, people speculated that she might well have been talking about Diddy and Meek all along. People just figured that Nicki was doing what Nicki does best, stirring the pot and keeping her name popping. While all this chatter was bubbling in the digital streets, though, Meek was doing business as usual with Diddy. The man was still publicly stepping out with Puffy, appearing at his events and letting him play big homie in his career, and perhaps letting him play elsewhere. If he was aware of the rumors, he showed no signs of concern. Whether this was him being oblivious to the whispers or simply betting that they would never reach the mainstream is impossible to know, but what is clear is that he made a choice to maintain his close association with Diddy that, looking back at now, might have been the biggest career L he could have possibly taken. But Meek wouldn't realize just how costly this mistake would be until February 2024, when the Diddler's allegations finally came to light. Now, the countdown to catastrophe began in 2024, when security footage hit the internet showing Diddy assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway back in 2016. Visual confirmation of allegations that she had made in a lawsuit filed earlier. After Cassie's lawsuit, the floodgates were blown wide as a cheap twink's back doors. To put things into perspective, Cassie's lawsuit didn't just open legal doors, it fundamentally shifted the cultural conversation around Diddy. For decades, he had...
Real quick. Look, man, Diddy, you was a wild man. I ain't never seen nobody run out the hotel room with just a towel on and just mollywopping girls, man. You out of pocket. You didn't care about who seen you. You didn't care about who seen you. You was a wild man, bro. You didn't care about that. You paid the people. You deserve it, bro. Like, come on, man. You wild. I ain't never... Man, Reese, what's going on with bro?
I don't... Listen... I don't condone it. I don't know what he was on. They be talking about that pink cocaine. That should do some crazy shit to you, because that nigga was running. That nigga was not running like he was 50 years old. He was running down that hallway. She's a runner. He's a track star.
He put the beats on her, man, like Manny Pacquiao. He was whooping her ass. She deserved that. That was a $30 million. Was it? How much was that loss? That was a $30 million. Imagine what he would do if people wasn't around. He didn't think people was around. Boy,
I mean, she was with the shits too. From what they say.
But she wasn't with the ass whoopings.
I mean, maybe not the ass whoopings, but nigga doing cocaine. What you expect? The hell, it's only gonna lead to two things: fucking and fighting.
Yeah, but she wasn't fighting back, bro. That ain't a fight. That ain't a fight, man.
She wasn't. Maybe she had too much coke.
Nah, bro. You niggas need to be stopped out there.
Don't do that. We don't condone any type of violence over here. But what I will say is, if you're going to do drugs safely. In your house, stay in the house. Don't come outside. Don't come out the hotel room. Don't come running down the hallways. Stay in your room. Stay in your vicinity. Keep your bedroom in your bedroom.
Maintained an image as a successful businessman and cultural icon, with any negative stories getting buried or dismissed as just industry gossip. But the specific detailed nature of Cassie's allegations, combined with the shocking video evidence, created a perfect storm that made previously unthinkable accusations suddenly seem credible. It provided a template for other victims to...
What I will say, that is a strong ass towel, because that nigga did a lot, and that towel didn't drop that one time. He had a strong grip on that towel.
Oh God, cause I be walking and it'll just be falling off all the time, man. I can't run with no damn towel on.
Come forward, creating a cascade effect that would ultimately overwhelm Diddy's ability to control the narrative. By the end of 2023, 3 more lawsuits had crashed down on Diddy's empire, and each packed with allegations that made jaws drop, and not in the good way. As 2024 kicked off, lawsuits against Diddy started piling up like bodies. Either kind of bodies. Multiple accusers would come forward with allegations ranging from assault to sex trafficking. Who'd spent over a year in the mogul's tight circle, producing tracks for his latest album, went fully nuclear, filing a 73-page lawsuit that overshadowed all of the previous allegations. The suit detailed disturbing behavior, including allegations of drugging drinks, coordinating recording encounters without consent, and running what amounted to a criminal enterprise disguised as a music empire. During these late-night recordings,
having cameras in every room in your whole crib is crazy.
Man, nah, bro. Why you recording people going to the bathroom? That's out of pocket. You trying to expose all the shrimp dick niggas out there too. That's what niggas was worried about, bro. They wasn't even out there doing nothing wrong. Some of them niggas was just out there peeing and they worried. Like, bro, Diddy, you wrong. You're wrong, man.
Listen, he was out there looking. So clearly, they trying to say they had meat too.
Look, if you was out there pissing, look, he know everything about you, man. He like Santa Claus. He knows where you've been sleeping. He knows where you're awake.
In sessions, Diddy and Lil Rod had allegedly created some absolutely disgusting recordings. And that's just the music they made together. But while the main text discussed activities allegedly coordinated by Diddy, it also had a footnote buried on page 13 that would set social media on fire. A footnote described a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj allegedly having sexual relations with Diddy. There was no direct name, no explicit accusation, but it really didn't take much for the internet to connect the dots and figure the description might well have been a flashing neon sign pointing at Meek Mill. Within hours, old trails of Meek and Diddy's bromance would surface online. That daddy comment in the pool, those matching outfits, the constant appearances together. But this time, it wouldn't be seen as two friends being overly close. It was now seen through a different and greasy lens, with people joking about Diddy being the dominant in their alleged relationship. Even Nicki's 2020 comment about undercover brothers in the industry resurfaced and went viral again, with fans claiming she'd been trying to warn everyone all along and eagerly waiting to see if Nicki would spill the tea. Now, Nicki's comment carried extra weight because of her unique position on the situation. As Meek's ex-girlfriend who had been intimately involved in his life during the climax of his relationship with Diddy, she would have insider knowledge about the dynamics that the public never saw. Meek would try to defend himself almost immediately after the allegations surfaced.
What? I'm gonna just say this right now, y'all. If he was getting pegged by Nicki, that's crazy. But this tweet right here, I would speak on the tweet, man. Speak on the tweet.
You know that one family member in every family that put too much shit on social media? That's me. He's that cousin. He the cousin that you want to grab his phone and throw that shit out the window while you driving. I just always want to say, Meek, if this comes across your page, one of mine for you, always salute. But we need to deactivate Twitter. I need Elon Musk to block you on Twitter. And then I need you to throw your phone out and throw everybody else's phone out that you with too. Because none of them niggas ain't shit for telling you to allow you to do this shit.
Drake already told you, man.
This is
Drake already told you. He dissed you on the song, bro.
These Twitter fingers is crazy. Crazy.
What followed was a series of tweets seemingly designed to affirm his straightness, posts that ironically came across as desperate.
Who's going on Twitter to say I'm straight, I'm not gay, guys? Like, what the fuck? This is just this nigga.
Rather than convincing. In one tweet, Meek would brag about having twice a day when he had a woman around. He would follow that up claiming he was gangster, and then threaten to trash anyone who played with his manhood. Anyone but Diddy, I guess. But these attempts at damage control fell flat. The internet turned into a digital firing squad with Meek as the target. Fans cooked up AI-generated tracks with Meek's voice spitting bars about his alleged activities with Diddy.
Dream chases. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real shit forever.
You're wrong for that AI shit.
Memes flooded every social platform, with users getting increasingly creative in their mockery. One particularly viral meme made Meek and Diddy into a movie poster parody titled Diddy Diddy Bang Bang, playing off the classic film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, a much more explicit implication, and another describing Meek and Diddy as booty brothers. Meek's bad boy dreams will quickly turn into nightmares, and his comments section became a battlefield that he just couldn't win, with fans relentlessly trolling him using Diddy-themed wordplay and taunting him to keep tweeting if you're gay. But perhaps the most savage development was when audio of two men aggressively going at it hit the web, with everyone claiming that it was Meek and Diddy making the kind of hits that you won't find on Billboard. But Meek's humiliation wasn't common behavior for a Diddy party, turning what was already a public relations nightmare into an industry-wide roasting session, again, common practice at Diddy's parties. The first big name to take shots was Andrew Tate of all people. The straight alleged would waste no time jumping into the fray as soon.
We don't want to hear shit you gotta say, Andrew Tate. Oh, the type of shit you accused of, nigga. All type of shit. You don't got no say in nothing, boy.
None. I mean, he's just trying to keep his name relevant, you know.
As the allegations surfaced, Tate quote tweeted his own months-old post about avoiding famous people because they're all gay and weird. Ironic coming from the once self-professed most famous man in the world, but okay. When Meek tried to clap back at Tate, bringing up the influencer's own legal troubles with sex trafficking allegations, Tate doubled down, making it clear he was just asking questions about what everyone else was already talking about. A bit rich coming from a man who spends most of his time shirtless with his attractive brother, but okay. By May, Meek had had enough. He would make what he thought was a smart move, unfollowing Diddy on Instagram, but it backfired completely. This apparent attempt to distance himself was actually seen as an admission of guilt, triggering another wave of mockery, and with that, the celebrity pylon only intensified. Again, like a Diddy party after the Tusi arrives. Soulja Boy, who had a completely unrelated beef with Meek over some producer drama, went straight for the jugular with a tweet that had the internet in shambles. The timing was perfect, or perfectly terrible for Meek. Here he was trying to distance himself from Diddy, and Soulja Boy just reminded everyone exactly why. A few days later, he would also go on Instagram Live to apologize for some other drama with Metro Boomin, but somehow managed to circle back to Meek.
And Meek Mill, mind your business. Ain't Diddy playing in your booty hole? Huh? Ain't Diddy you and your ass? Why you on my tweet around the Maybach church?
But while Meek was busy defending himself from Twitter trolls, he also had to deal with getting clowned by his longtime arch nemesis. See, if there's one person in the public eye who's been on Meek's helmet, apart from Diddy, it's DJ Academics. The media personality and streamer had been beefing with Meek for years, with their feud dating all the way back to 2017 over Academics supposedly not promoting Meek's album properly. By 2020, Meek was publicly trying to cancel Academics, even threatening to put a hit on him. When somebody who gets hit by men is threatening to send hitmen, you know you're in trouble. This was a threat serious enough that Academics reportedly contacted the police in response.
Just remember that Meek Mill is nothing but a hypocrite. And again,
that's
I don't know if you have issues with 6ix9ine. You clearly
a civilian. He's a civilian.
Academics is a civilian.
He is a civilian. But you can't talk shit about people and then get scared when real shit happened to you, bro. That's lame as fuck. We don't respect that. I don't respect that.
I mean, I get it, but he is media. He's media. So his job is to talk shit.
Nah, he be getting more personal than anything, bro. He not no regular media. Like,
when you got niggas tweeting out that they straight and on Twitter and I ain't never give everybody good enough ammo.
Yeah, but his shit just be seeming personal. Like, they got some real personal shit going on.
They got their personal beef, but
all I'm saying is don't be tweeting about me and then when I get on you, you a civilian. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen.
I'm just saying, bro.
You don't want to address him. You got issues with Nicki's man. You don't want to address him. You got issues with Nicki. You don't address that. Cool, I get it. Ack is supposed to be the dude who, like, yo, you could just get everything off on. Cool. I'm just trying to tell you that, bro. Like, I'm just not into being bullied. So if you got like some tough that you have to do, keep it that way. Just stop snitching on yourself. Stop telling the world you're greenlighting people, and just do what you have to do. Because right now, like, when you say greenlighting, I send that to the police. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, yo, are you greenlighting?
So, when the Diddy Meek allegations hit in 2024, Big Academic saw an opportunity that he could not pass up. Within hours of Lil Rod's lawsuit hitting the internet, he was live on Twitch, going through the entire 73-page indictment page by page. And when he reached the footnote describing a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, Academics immediately stopped scrolling and connected the dots to Meek, with his audience gobbling it up, like a complimentary buffet tray during a Freak-Off's halftime.
Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones.
Complimentary.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
He's out of pocket. Trap Loreross, you going in, bro.
That he had engaged in intercourse with rapper. 5, that's redacted. Look, 5, he's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Yo, Meek, we were playing around with that Michael Rubin. If you've been tweeting about everything on planet Earth. If you don't get a Twitter rant,
that's my only thing. Like, this nigga be tweeting about all type of bullshit and don't never address the real shit. That's my own thing. It's my only thing.
You do need to address some of this shit. The Mike Rubin shit, all the shit. Can we get an interview, man? Where's the interview at? We need you to really speak on this because you looking real suspect, man.
I'm trying to hold on to a little bit of faith, but some of this shit is just like,
I'm being reserved. I'm really being, because I think some other shit going on. But
listen, whatever you like to do, bro. I'm just saying, just clear the air.
If you like to
clear the air,
if you like to chase them weird dreams, go ahead, do it, play it. Just let us know you out there chasing them weird dreams.
Saying you about to get Lil Rod killed, you about to shoot up his block, blow his mama's house up. This saying that you and Diddy were fornicating. What the Meek?
Ack went full prosecutor mode. He would roast Meek for tweeting about everything under the sun, except these allegations about him and Diddy getting freaky.
Yo, Meek, now ain't the time to be talking about switches on the street. They want to know if you're a switch hitter. That's what we want to know. That we ain't talking about switches on guns. Are you a switch hitter? That's all we want to know.
But he wasn't satisfied with just discussing the lawsuit. He would go on to dig up tweets with every interaction between Meek and Diddy that suddenly looked suspicious as hell.
Why y'all saying look up the pool video? What happened in the pool? Oh, him belly flopping? Meek Mill pool. Oh, the fries on the lap? Nah, that was epic. That was epic.
That was
the fries
nasty.
on the lap was crazy.
That was nasty.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
Meek and Diddy in matching fits? What are you talking about? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of like a daddy pose. Like, daddy, you feel me?
The stream racked up millions of views on Twitch and over 400k on YouTube, with clips spreading across social media faster than a freak-off rash, and what started as a footnote was now a full-blown hip-hop conspiracy theory with Academics as the lead investigator. And now, this is where things get really intense. Meek would warn Academics to stop mentioning his name, making vague threats about what would happen when they crossed paths in person, posts that only made him appear more unhinged. But Academics would flip Meek's aggression back on him quicker than Diddy flipping over Meek at a freak-off, suggesting that Meek was only angry before the speculation about his sexuality hit too close to home. What followed was an intense battle between the two on social media. Academics called Meek washed up, and the two would continue to throw insults at each other. By March, Academics was claiming that cops showed up at his door, allegedly called by Meek himself, who ironically built his brand on anti-snitching anthems. Later that month,
what?
Meek had apparently had enough.
Y'all think that's true? Meek, you sending people act. I'm just saying, you supposed to be a stand-up guy, man. If this true, man, you out here tripping. You need to.
You can't be calling nobody.
You can't call the cops. What
Not
you
after
doing?
you just said on Twitter that you was about to green light the nigga. Then you call the cops. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, bro. If you out here ratting, bro, let me find out you 12, Meek. Let me find out.
Yeah, we might.
I might be 1090 Jake around here. I might look it up, find the paperwork, brother.
Find the paperwork.
And we'll be back with it.
We gotta call Whack. Whack got the paperwork.
And would block Academics on X. On the flip side, Academics would declare victory instantly, boasting that he'd out-tweeted the infamous Twitter fingers himself. The internet would diss Meek for taking an L from a media personality and streamer, and the streets really weren't feeling this look. But while Meek would stop Academics' trolling with the block button, what he couldn't block out were the millions of people who would go on to taunt him about being Diddy's booty call over the next months. Now, between February and September 2024, Meek caught occasional breaks from the relentless mockery, but each new development in Diddy's legal saga brought fresh waves of clowning. When federal agents raided Diddy's mansions in March, uncovering an enormous cache of baby oil, Slippery Meek would be the butt of the memes. And when an alleged Diddy freak-off participants list hit the internet, Meek was specifically named as a VIP. And when feds snatched up Diddy on trafficking...
And you was a VIP, bro?
Why you
wasn't even a regular, you wasn't even a regular nigga, you was VIP.
I just want to know, you had to go to all the parties, bro. Like, real talk. Like, he could throw a party. If he throwing parties every other week, I ain't gonna be there at every one. You gotta be in the VIP. I know you was back there doing some strange things for a couple bit of change. You feel me? You was down, you was selling your booty, bro. That's what you was doing, bro. You was selling your booty.
You're not gonna say that you was selling.
No, he was selling his booty. He gotta be selling his booty, bro. That's wild, okay?
Bro, why was you at every one though? Like every party? You
was a sex worker.
Want to be all in the video, dancing,
racketeering and transportation to engage in charges in September. Anybody who had ever breathed Diddy's musty air was under renewed scrutiny, especially Meek, who found himself right back in the digital crosshairs. All the evidence pointing to his alleged relationship with Diddy would make the rounds again, with people clowning him for allegedly getting his cheeks clapped by the diddler. This time, Meek would hit back with the oldest play in the self-defense handbook, blame it all on a conspiracy. He posted his notifications feed like it was evidence at a trial, claiming that bots were running a coordinated hit job on powerful figures like himself. And whoever they is supposed to be, Meek left that to our imagination. By September the 24th, Meek would go—
You gotta stop doing this. He always talking about it's some bots. Meek, you ain't nobody like that for them to just be trying to take you down. Like, you ain't in control of nothing. Your label ain't nobody really on there making no noise, gang. Like, who are you? They taking you down?
I'ma just say, Meek, like, come on, bro. Once again, come on, bro. Like, you gotta get it together. Get it together. You making us look bad a little bit. At this point, I can't even defend you, bro. Come on, bro.
Shout out to Philly, man. This is crazy.
Go full Alex Jones, offering $100 grand in cash money to anyone who could prove how his name got tangled up in Diddy's legal nightmare. This desperate move only made him look worse and gave celebrities fresh ammunition to mock him. For one, 50 Cent, who's been going at Diddy's neck for months over the allegations, immediately capitalized on the situation. 50 would post an AI-generated video showing Meek and Diddy in wigs, essentially laughing at Meek for trying to pay his way out of a situation that his own public behavior created. Even lesser-known personalities started getting their shots in too. Actor Julio McCullum jumped on the bandwagon, responding to Meek's $100,000 tweet with the viral picture of him and Diddy twinning. At this point, the pattern was clear. The more Meek tried to deny, the more evidence of his seemingly bizarre relationship with Diddy kept surfacing. On November 19th, footage from Meek's 27th birthday party in 2014, hosted by none other than the diddler himself, hit the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail revealed that Diddy had rented the Parisian Paris for $25,000 to throw an extravagant party for Meek, with masked dancers, lingerie-clad women, and many eating sushi off naked models.
25,000, he giving that booty up. He giving that booty up. There ain't no man out here spending 25,000.
It wasn't nobody else that could throw the party.
25,000.
Why did he feel comfortable to spend 25 bands on you for your birthday? He wanted to throw you a party.
He in that back door. I'm telling you, 25,000.
None of your mans, none of the dream chasers, nobody, huh? Nobody else.
I'm telling you, man. I know what dreams he was chasing.
The property manager described the double fish buffet celebration as disgusting, claiming that there was cocaine like powdered sugar everywhere, along with used blood on the bedding and lubricant on the dressers and marble floors.
What?
Now, for the record,
wait a minute.
What are y'all doing, man? Y'all having sex workers there on their periods and y'all having sex with them? Cause like, why is it blood? What is going on, man?
Why is it on the dressers and the floor?
And shout out to the maids. Y'all doing a hell of a job.
They left a tip. Damn.
Cause this shit is.
They said broken bottles of alcohol. Y'all not even. What y'all see that pink cocaine? I told y'all that pink cocaine be having it's going crazy.
They know.
Blood on the sheets. It's just man.
Marble floors are very porous. You don't want to be pouring baby oil on those. These weren't exactly the kind of party details you'd want attached to your name when you're trying to shake off rumors of your relationship with Diddy. Like all the other allegations, Meek would deny these too. But at this point, he knew the damage to his reputation was beyond repair, so his only move left was to completely denounce any ties with Diddy. And that's exactly what he did. In a video that quickly went viral, Meek would shut down any connection that linked him with Diddy.
Yo, Sal, what's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we playing out
That's real life.
Real life.
You know Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you heard?
That Meek, Meek.
Seemingly ignoring the fact that just a few years earlier, he was called.
You was lame for that.
That didn't prove anything.
You was lame
that
for
didn't
that,
prove
bro.
a goddamn thing.
You was real lame. You ain't have to do that. You could have, if that's your man's this whole time, you was saying wasn't nothing weird going on, and now you over here talking about some no Diddy. What? No Diddy gang. That's your homie, bro. That's how I know that he was in that booty. He was in that booty. He was in that booty. Ain't no way, man. No way, dog. That was lame.
Calling Diddy his mentor, featuring him in videos, and jumping in his swimming pool while Diddy called him daddy. For a rapper who'd built his brand on keeping it real, most people saw these seemingly desperate attempts to rewrite history as authentic as a $3 bill. Even Whack 100 and Loose Cannon couldn't help mocking how Meek wanted to suddenly backtrack after all the evidence had surfaced.
Meek Mill clowning now. Meek Mill holler no Diddy gang now.
Yeah, but he can't really say that when the landlord came out and said that after you left Meek Mills, it was blood and dookie all over the sheets and stuff. After Diddy ran through you.
He said blood and dookie?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Meek. Dookie.
After years of studio sessions, VIP lounges, and matching outfits with his daddy Diddy, Meek suddenly wanted the world to believe that they were barely acquaintances. But was he really just another industry acquaintance in Diddy's extensive network? Or was he something more? The truth is, we might never know for certain what really went down between Meek and Diddy, but hip-hop has always been a genre built on perception, and in that unforgiving court, the streets have already rendered their verdict. Meek's carefully crafted street image has been permanently tarnished by his association with Diddy, a stain that no amount of blotting, damage control, or conspiracy theories has managed to wash away. That Diddy's Boy label follows him to this day when he least expects it, and the internet's permanent memory and hip-hop's love for legendary scandals and its deep-rooted homophobia means that this shadow will likely hang over Meek's head for years to come, which just goes to show you that you can beat cases, survive beefs, and overcome industry obstacles, but you can't outrun your bad choices in who you associate with and what parties you go to. And even if it's all untrue, the unfortunate fact is, Meek Mill will never be able to erase the damage done to him by associating with the diddler.
I don't even know what to say at this point, goddammit.
I do. I think DC stands for Dick Chasers now. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it stands for Dick Chasers. I don't know what's going on. Meek, clear it up, figure it out, bro. We need something, man. Come figure it out, bro. I'm worried about you, man.
We need like a interview. You need to go sit down with Wallow and Gilly or somebody.
And you got to go to therapy, bro.
We might need a Gayle King interview for real, for real. We need some real questions answered, like a Gayle King interview
and Oprah together.
Listen, we can get somebody, Farrakhan, somebody.
Just come out and tell them that they made you do it, bro. You know, we gonna get you therapy that you, not us.
Nah,
we ain't got it like that, but they gonna get you therapy, bro.
Listen, they got hotlines. You can call somebody, tell somebody something at this point, because it's just all looking bad.
Yeah,
it's looking bad. But that's it, family. You already know. Another reaction in, another one down. We pause. No Diddy. But yeah, we be back with another one. Thanks, bro, for coming through. And you already know we out. Varsity.